Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. So today you're gonna get ready with me and I'm gonna tell you a story on how my pregnancy story and how I told my family and all that stuff. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let's jump right into this video. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in. I didn't know my camera wasn't recording and I had already primed my eyes with my foundation. And then I went in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette in burnt orange. And I used a fluffy brush and I just applied that all in my crease like this. I've blown it out to the side just a little. And I just did that. And this is my first crease color. Okay, so this is just gonna be a get ready with me / story time. Since I get a lot of questions about this, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. And I'm just gonna get ready. I'm gonna tell what I'm doing. But yeah, I have a baby. His name is Adrian. And a lot of y'all know that already. And but anyways, so yes, he is now 5 months. He'll be 5 months on the 13th. And he was born March 13th, obviously. He weighed 8 pounds, 1 ounce. And he's my little blessing. Like, he makes me so happy. Y'all have no idea. Honestly, the little boy is my life. Let go when I found out I was already staying at my boyfriend's house. We've been together for, I guess, like 5 years, I guess you can say. And obviously on and off, but yeah, we've been together for about 5 years. And I was staying at his family's house, and nobody knew at this point yet. And we were just talking, and we were both nervous on how to tell people because I don't know, like what everybody else is scared of. I thought my family was gonna hate me, and I thought my boyfriend's family was gonna kick us out, and we weren't prepared. We didn't know what to do, and we had just graduated and everything. So then days go on, months, whatever. I'm already like 5 months pregnant, I guess, and it was cold, so I could wear like big jackets and still nobody would know. And then I guess one day my boyfriend decides to spend time with his dad and accidentally tells him that I'm pregnant. And and I guess, I don't know if he believed him at that time or whatever, but he comes home and tells me, like, yeah, I told my dad. I was like, you didn't let me know, like, why I live here. Now they're gonna look at me and ask me questions. And I was so scared. And I was scared that, like, once the dad told the mom that they were gonna go and tell my parents and they were gonna figure out, like, what we were gonna do, this and that. But that's not how it went. So then his mom, like the next day or two, I guess, she asked, we were like eating dinner or whatever, and she asked me, she was like, Alexis, are you pregnant? And I just looked at Frank, which is my boyfriend, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I just smiled. I was really scared. I was really nervous, and especially it not being my own family, I was just super scared. And I just shook my head, and I was, yeah. And I don't really remember what happened after that. But I just remember from then on, she always took care of me. She always asked me what I had to eat for the baby, this and that. And she really helped me. But that's how his family found out. And then during this whole time, keep in mind, my brother and his girlfriend are also having a baby. So every single time I would visit my family, they would be talking about their kid, which he wasn't born yet, and he was gonna be born like 2 months after Adrian was supposed to be born. And every single time we went, we would go shopping for their kid's name is CJ. When we go shopping for CJ, I was like, I gotta tell my mom. Like, I wanted to tell everybody, but I was so scared of how my family would look at me, and especially my dad. It was just like, you know, the major thing of the daddy and the daughter type feel. I was scared to tell my dad. So there was one day my mom had took me to work, and we were walking around. I worked at Toys R Us at the time, and Babies R Us, RIP Toys R Us. But I was walking around the baby section with my mom because we were looking clothes for CJ. And we were looking, and I was like, today's the day. I gotta tell my mom. I gotta tell my mom. I gotta tell her. And I was like, and I was walking around. My two sisters, they were also. And I was just like so scared, but I was like, I know I have to do this because I'm already getting way big. I need to tell my family. Like, I can't keep this a secret any longer. So we were walking, and then I remember getting to like the toy section, and my mom was telling me something. She was like, what if we get this for CJ? Da, 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 da. And then she stopped and looked at some toys, and I was like, Mom, what if I'm like my brother's girlfriend? And she just goes like, what? Like, what do you mean? And I had, when I was walking around, I had already taken off my sweater, but I was holding it in front of me so she didn't see my stomach. But whenever she was like, I was like, what if I'm like my brother's girlfriend? And then she was like, what, you know? And then I said, I didn't say nothing. I just pointed to my stomach, and then I moved my jacket. And then, you know, the whole sentimental, like, what, Alex, like, you're pregnant, da, da, da. Do you know how long you are? Is it a boy or girl? All this stuff happened. She was like, why did you tell me? And everything. We kind of had like a little moment there in Toys R Us, and it made me realize, like, I wish I would have told my mom a lot sooner, because from then on I felt so much more comfortable in my pregnancy. And after that, everything went a lot smoother. But at that point, my mom was the only one who knew. I still had to tell my whole entire family. Like, at their house, it's my mom, my dad, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, and my two sisters who all live together. So just besides my mom, I had to tell everybody else still. And then here comes, I think it was Thanksgiving Day, I believe. I think it was. My whole entire family is there, plus my uncle's like sister, and then all these people. Thanksgiving at my mom's house. And my mom said, when we do prayer, you should tell everybody. I was like, are you crazy? Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, why would I let everybody know all at once? Like, everybody's gonna go crazy, and then my dad's there, you know, like all this big stuff. And I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, no, Mom, please don't make me. Like, I don't want to. Like, she wasn't being forceful with it, but she was like, it's a blessing. You need to let them know. And I was just like, I can't do it. And I was like, I just felt that same feeling all over again. So then prayer time comes, and we're praying and this and that, and then all of a sudden my mom busts out, Lex has something to tell y'all. I was like, oh my gosh. I was just looking at Frank, my boyfriend. I was looking at him. I was like, no, she's not doing this. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing. And then I didn't say nothing. My mom had to say it for me. She goes, my baby is gonna have a baby. And then you just see everybody go, what? Are you serious, Lex, for real? And the first thing I hear in the background is my dad say, what? Lex, like, for real? I could not look at him in the eye. I was so like scared and thought he would be so disappointed in me. And I think that was my overall like biggest fear. But once I told my whole entire family, it was such like a weight off my shoulders. And it was just like the best feeling from then on in my pregnancy, because I felt like I had so much support. I didn't have nothing to hide, and everything was just going smoothly from then on. And yeah, so that's how I told my family. And then after that, you know, we ended up having the baby shower and everything went smoothly. And then after that, after my baby shower, I believe Adrian was supposed to be born. He was supposed to be here on the 9th, but he ended up coming on the 13th. Everything went smoothly in my pregnancy, I would say. They say contractions are the absolutely worst, and I was dying. But thank God for having my mom and my boyfriend there, because I don't know what I would have done. They helped me so much that day. And then before you know it, Adrian was here. And like I said, he was born on March 13th. He weighed 8 pounds, 1 ounce. And yeah, I love him so much. He's my everything. I'll insert some pictures right here so you can see him. Here's what it is. I learned my lesson, and I'm so thankful for my family for supporting me and just being there for me, even though I didn't tell them right off the bat, because I know that hurt them as well, and I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't my intention. It just happened. I was scared. I wasn't thinking. We're a little family. Times get hard, but there's nothing I would change about it. I would just live in my little papas. My whole pregnancy went smoothly. Even the whole labor part, thank God I wasn't in labor for hours. It went by pretty quickly. My water didn't break or anything. They had to, I guess, induce me. I think that's what it's called. Where it was past Adrian's due date, so they put me in the hospital and they gave me medicine so it would make the process, I guess, go faster. And I got to the hospital, and then I was there. They gave me the medicine, and before you know it, my contraction. Okay, but yeah, I got to the hospital. They gave me the medicine, and before you know it, my contractions started kicking in like crazy, and it was the worst pain ever. I mean, ever. Like, it makes me not want to have kids anymore. But anyways, yeah, my water didn't break, so then, you know, the doctors had to come in, and they did it. They broke my water, and then after that, I felt like everything just happened in a blink of an eye. The nurse did that, and then she was like, okay, let me go get the doctor just to check on how dilated you are. And he checked me. He was like, all right, we're ready. I'm like, what? Like, we're gonna do this? I looked at my mom. I was like, it's happening? And I was just freaking out, and I was like, Mom, is this really happening? Like, it happened so fast. And then the nurses came in, and I thought, like, in my head, you know, like in the movies, like all these people come in and everything, but no, it was just like a nurse or two, and the doctor was in it, and she already said, start pushing. And I was like, oh, okay. And I had the epidural, you know, it helped me so much. I'm a big baby when it comes to pain. Okay, that's what happened. I remember pushing like 3 times, and before you know it, Adrian was here, and they brought him to me. They put him on my chest, and I was bawling. I was crying like a huge baby. I couldn't even look at him. It was just like such an emotional moment for me. I love that feeling. That was probably the best feeling ever. Like seeing him and holding him, and when they put him on my chest, it's just, I miss that feeling. I had to stay at the doctor's like an extra, I was there for like 3-4 days, I believe, because my blood pressure was really low. But after that, we got to go home, and my little Adrian is healthy, thank God, and he's the happiest little baby in the whole entire world. And he makes me the happiest person in the whole entire world. Okay, so that is the finished video. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, recommend me some other stories I would like to hear, and I'll see